For much more on Justin Thomas, let's bring Bob and Mark into the conversation now. And guys, it was JT's first victory since the 2022 PGA Championship. Bob, just saying that out loud, Thomas's first victory in nearly 3 years, just kind of strange, isn't it?
It's more than a little bit strange, Adam. You know, it's just a guy who was on this wonderful roll of winning tournaments, of top tens, of playing great golf, of Ryder Cups, of, you know, challenging in major championships, and then all of a sudden he just kind of hit the brakes or hit the wall. And since he won that PGA Championship, even his major championship run has not been very good. He's missed 5 cuts and only had 1 top 10. And you can go and look at some of the stats and maybe it provides a bit of an answer, but last year he was 174th in strokes gained putting. This year, at the conclusion of the RBC Heritage, he sits 24th. So that could certainly be a key as to why he's playing a lot better. If you've moved up that many spots, 150 spots in putting, and you're putting well, I think good things are going to happen. I don't know, Mark. What do you see it that way, or do you see something else that might have caused it?
No, I kind of see it the way you see it as well, Bob. I'll just add one more facet in terms of the stats and the numbers. I'm with you on the putting, and certainly displaying that in the playoff with the huge putt for the victory. But to me, you've got to dance with who brought you to the ball. When you look at the best players in the game, let's put Scotty Scheffler and Xander Schauffele aside and a few guys that kind of check all the boxes. There's guys like Morikawa, for example. If Morikawa is going to be a top player and win golf tournaments, he's got to be the best iron player in the field that week, or one of them. You know, there's players like that. I think Justin Thomas is one of those guys like Morikawa. When you have the conversation, best iron players in the world when they're playing well, Justin Thomas has always been that guy, but he hasn't been. And you look at his iron play this week, and all of a sudden he's back with the irons, and he's progressively been back with the irons this year. Those iron numbers are starting to reflect the Justin Thomas of old. So you marry the iron numbers with the putter, to your point, Bob, and he squeezes out on win. On a golf course, guys, that's a quirky one, where if you can be a great iron player, flight your golf ball and roll some putts, you can get it done around Harbour Town, JT, with the win.
Yeah, it was a great victory, and marrying those strokes gain approach and strokes gain putting numbers together as we look ahead here to the major championships. PGA Championship, guys, is only a couple of weeks away, and since that victory at the 2022 PGA Championship, Justin Thomas just the one top 10 in 11 majors. So, Mark, with all that being said, what are your thoughts for Justin Thomas and your major outlook for JT the rest of the year?
Well, even though he's previously played well at Quail Hollow, we're going to go Quail Hollow, Oakmont, and then Portrush. I'm still concerned about him in the first 2 major venues. It doesn't mean he can't turn it around, but look at his strokes gained off the tee and his driving numbers this week. They're abysmal. Now, this is, again, not the greatest golf course to take a sample size of what you do off the tee, because you really don't have to be great off the tee with the driver at Harbour Town. You need to hit a lot of irons, hybrids, fairway metals, find the sides of the holes to create angles, almost play the golf course backwards from green to tee. It's old school. Bob, we're going to go to Quail Hollow and Oakmont. You're going to need the big stick, Bob, at those 2 golf courses if you're going to compete. Right now, I feel like maybe a windy day, windy couple of rounds at Portrush is Justin Thomas's best chance at a major right now.
Yeah, I would say so. I still need to see a little bit more from him to sort of convince me that he's back in the area where he's going to win a major championship. This was a signature event, no doubt about it. It's a deep field. He beat a lot of good players, but a lot of people who are coming off tough weeks at the Masters as well. So there's a little bit in me that says, okay, he's coming back, but I don't know if he's all the way back yet, Adam.
Yeah, that's it. That's interesting, Bob. And as we look past the majors now, how about the Ryder Cup, guys? I mean, Justin Thomas was a captain's pick back in 2023. Somewhat controversial that he was picked ahead of Keegan Bradley, who, guess what? He's the captain this time around. Mark, do we see Justin Thomas on the U.S. Ryder Cup team?
There's a possibility because of his history in U.S. team competition, etc. But for me, guys, a lot of this depends on, you know, what's the hit the gala and players like that do the rest of the way. We're still waiting for that. You know, DeChambeau is likely going to be a part of that American team. Is there another player coming off live, like a Koepka, that's going to take a spot on that Ryder Cup team? I mean, if there's no other player other than DeChambeau coming off that live series, and some of the names that have pushed in recent years from the 20-somethings on the PGA Tour, you got to think Justin Thomas, if he continues to play well through the summer, doesn't have to win again, but if he plays well, he's going to have a shot at that team.
What do you think, Bob? Do we see JT with Team USA?
Well, he moved into 6th spot, so he might be an automatic pick, and that would take a lot of pressure off Keegan Bradley. And as Mark says, there's still those live guys to consider. You know, hey, Patrick Reed, I know he's the black hat guy on the Ryder Cup team, and maybe his own team doesn't like him, but he was 3rd at the Masters. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff to be sorted out yet right now. But definitely Justin Thomas is back in the conversation.
Well, given all the success Team Europe has had winning on the PGA Tour so far this season, I'm guessing U.S. captain Keegan Bradley is very pleased to see Justin Thomas back in the winner's circle.